Matt Zimmerman is with us now to cover Arkansas basketball, former Arkansas Razorback assistant and color commentator on the broadcasts, host of the Razorback Daily. Zim, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing good, Phil. Thanks for having me on. Matt, nice to talk to you guys again. Hope y'all are doing well.
Doing really, really well. Seeing on Bracketology today that Lunardi's got Arkansas as and I call this team the smallest violin in the world team. The first team out, 69 out of 68. So that tells me we are in for quite a month before Selection Sunday, Zim.
Yes, definitely. And Lunardi's always on that thing. He's either going to get one wrong or zero wrong most years. He's really good. He's kind of the one that makes the field. And I wish I coached in this SEC, buddy, because this is the time to do it when you're getting 13 and 14 teams in out of 16. Don't believe these coaches when they say it's so hard. Hey, this is the best time. You could be coaching a league where you get 1 out of 12 or 2 out of 16 like the ACC or 3 out of 16 get in. And I've been a part of the SEC where 3 out of 14 got in. So it's pretty nice to get 14 out of 16. I'll take my chances.
And speaking of timing, are we catching LSU on the right time? They're trending. They've lost 5 in a row. Arkansas's won 3 of their last 5. Kind of a must-win game. How are you feeling about the Tigers coming into town?
Yeah, well, LSU's on a long losing streak, more than that even, because they
desperate team, though, that can be tough. Yeah. You got to kind of jump on them early.
Well, when they played pretty well Saturday at home, Matt, against Ole Miss, they battled LSU and Ole Miss. And, they had I was watching that game back late Saturday night, and you talk about a 13-0 run for Ole Miss to come back and win the game by 2 points. Isn't that crazy? LSU didn't do anything. The last under 4-minute media timeout to the end of the game, they didn't score. They couldn't do anything. They missed free throws, turned the ball over, only took a couple shots, and they kind of got back on their heels, and Ole Miss got on the attack, and LSU could not end their losing streak, and they hadn't beaten anybody in the league besides us, and they're struggling. It's an LSU team doesn't have any depth. They'll play about 3 off the bench. They just don't get a lot from those guys generally, except for the guard. They've been bringing one of their really good players off, but he's basically a starter as far as minutes go. Jordan Sears and Cam Carter is the one that killed us. He was that's that guard's about 6'2", 6'3", whereas number 5, and he wore us out in Baton Rouge. I think he had 27 points, and Sears had a big game as well. Those two guys, they wore us out. And if you remember back to that game, they made all those foul shots. I think they were 26 out of 28 or 28 out of 30 or something like that at the foul line. I know they missed 2 free throws, and that's how they beat the Razorbacks. And we still had Boogie at that time. Boogie had 19. But I remember for a fact that Z just didn't score. He didn't hardly play.
7 minutes.
So,
yeah,
and didn't score, didn't do anything. So, he played 7 minutes, so he did get to play some. I was thinking it's more like 3 or 4 minutes, but he played 7 minutes, doesn't score. And obviously he's been a big factor now. He's such a big part of the offense. 27 points the other night, and the pretty disappointing loss to Alabama. That would have been a huge win for us to get that one at home.
Do you think we're going to see some more minutes for Billy Richmond coming up? I mean, he plays with such energy. Cal was talking yesterday on the radio show, on reasons why he's getting more playing time. We'll listen to the answer here, and then we can get your thoughts.
He was mad at one point because he wasn't playing enough, and I said, I'm happy you're mad. You think I'm mad you're mad? If you didn't care, you could care less. I'm not playing enough, and I'm fine with that. Well, he wasn't. I told the team, I'm not mad. I want him to have that mentality. Then when he goes in and plays, play better so I can keep you in longer. We just had to get Billy to slow down a little bit, and he is now. I'm just telling you, he impacts the game every time he steps in.
Zim, you can see it with Knox and Richmond. The both of them played with such energy. It's just a matter, I guess, sometimes of smoothing out those hard edges.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like what Coach said there, but now there is a little bit of a problem. If everybody's kind of pouting or a little upset when they don't play, all of a sudden you get 2 or 3 or 4 of those guys. And then if they kind of know that the coach likes it when they're that way, then more guys are going to do it. And so it's kind of you got to balance that. And obviously Coach has done that throughout his career, balancing that stuff very well. But Billy, I've never seen him pout any. He's always played hard. He's super aggressive. He's great on defense. He's good away from the ball on defense. He's great on the ball, and he'll go in there and try to rebound and fight. And, the other night he had 9 points against top-ranked team in the nation now, Alabama. He played well and played a ton of minutes. And so whatever he was frustrated about, I know he's not frustrated about it now. He played over 25 minutes off the bench. That's a heck of a night. And so Carter's the one who's been playing so well, but I thought he really struggled against Alabama. He played 30 minutes. He played more than Billy. Of course, he's been starting. I'm sure he'll start in the LSU game, but he didn't score. And not that the Razorbacks need Carter to score 10 points every game, but I do think they need him to score 6, 8 points, 5 points, it being a pretty good threat out there. And having played 30 minutes and not score, that wasn't great for us. Offense really wasn't our problem. We scored 81 points. Most time we scored 81 in Bud Walton. The Razorbacks will win. But when you're playing the best scoring team in the conference, arguably in all of America, at 90 points a game, and Bama comes in here, and I just didn't think Bama would be able to get 85 on our defense. And I thought it would be a game in the 70s. And you knew it wasn't going to be in the 50s and 60s, but with Arkansas's defense. But I give Alabama credit to get 85 points in here, and they needed all of them to win. But Billy's going to play a lot, and I love him coming off the bench. People have been like, Billy should start. Hey, it don't matter. If he's playing 25 minutes a game, no matter whether he's starting or coming off the bench.
Yeah, Coach, I'm a Billy Richmond fan, but a Carter Knox fan as well. I just think both those guys are going to be so much fun to watch next year as well. But this year with our bigs, what's up with number 9? Is he healthy? Is he injured? He's not pouting, is he? Because there was a thing that we thought he was going to be playing 24, 25 minutes and kind of dominating the paint, and it's just like he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, almost 30 minutes a game at Tennessee. So that's kind of what you thought, and he got here in June and was practicing and going through stuff. And then next thing you know, July, he's hurt and banged up. And then you have to have a surgery. And so a procedure, whatever they kind of how they referred it to. But he had some operational stuff done on his lower extremity there. And he's at times came back and looked pretty decent. There's been times he's been able to have some lift. You think back to some of those games in January where he was back to let the guards drive it, lob it up there for him catch it and dunk it, or come down with it and go back up and dunk. He's so long, but we hadn't seen that as much, and people have just been more physical with him. They hit him. That's what Alabama did, and Alabama wasn't going to let him get anything on the inside, and that's why he was able to float out to about 15, 16 feet, and he was wide open, and he took a couple of those and missed them, and then he likes that left-handed little jump hook. He had one of those, missed that one. But we're going to need him down the stretch, and Cal has been saying that for 3 months. And so we're in month 4 of the season. We're actually in month 5 if you count the exhibition season. So this season's not new, and I think we're all still just kind of waiting on him to string together a bunch of – can you imagine if we could get him going, playing well, playing confident? He blocked 66 shots last year at Tennessee. Get him blocking some shots and changing shots. You put that with Zavonamir. You put that with Carter and Billy and the great effort you're talking about there with DJ and Nelly and the Duke Hero. And Trevin Brazil still got to come on. Now, he's doing some stuff. The other night he's not scoring much. But he had a great dunk, and he got 6 rebounds. He blocks a couple shots. I mean, Trevin, when he still makes some things happen when he's out there. And I think him and Jonas Adu, out of everybody, are the two that have to come on more. They have to be better if this team is going to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. And I think that falls on those two guys. Not that, obviously, when DJ doesn't play well, with Boogie out, got to have DJ play well. When he didn't play well the other night, we couldn't beat a very good Alabama team. So all the guys that were counting on them, we need them all to be good. It's an 8-man rotation. And that's not bad either, Phil, because everybody in our league's playing 7 or 6 or 8. Only Missouri and a couple other people are playing 9 or 10 guys. So it's not like we're behind. We just don't have a lot of leeway, and we sure can't get anybody else hurt.
How important is this, the gravity of this game? I mean, we just played Alabama, and we played them tough. Now you're going to the other end of the extreme where does it hurt you more if LSU was to come in here and whoop you? And even if they win by 1, but how important is it for Arkansas? You kind of you got to win the games you're supposed to win. And this LSU team is a game. Do they understand just how important this game is?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think the staff is really harping on these guys about the importance of the game, and it is a game you got to win. We're the only team they've beaten, so it's already hurting us that we lost to them, even on the road in Baton Rouge. Everybody else that's gone to Baton Rouge has won, so we weren't able to do that. So now we got to pay these guys back. We're very fortunate that we get to play them twice, and so we need to go to work on these guys. And hopefully the Hawks start the game very well, get off to a great start. And I know sometimes people think we're better just grinding it, and we did pretty good with Texas like that a little bit. And Kentucky was a medium to fast-paced game at times. I just like us getting out. I like us pushing the ball. I like more possessions. I think there's a lot of possessions tomorrow night. It's chaotic, and it's an exciting game, and they're running up and down the floor instead of walking and jogging up and down the floor. The Razorbacks will beat LSU pretty good. But if it's a walk it up and it's a grind and it's a slow game, that's going to allow LSU, who doesn't have a lot of depth, to be able to hang in there with you. And LSU beat us. So I think our guys ought to be chomping at the bit to pay these guys back. Again, we're very fortunate that we're in the 2025 SEC where just about everybody goes.
6 wins, you think? Is there a magic number that y'all have kind of in mind?
Yeah, I think that, I think they would love to get to 8 wins, but you only got 3, and you got 8. You got 4 games at home. I think a big part was when they had 5 games left at home is win all 5 of those. Because you knew if you won all 5 of those, you're at 8 wins, and you're definitely going to get in. But we didn't get Alabama done, so you can't lose any more of these home games. And win all 4 of these, and then go beat some folks. You got very winnable road games. Not every one of them, but you got a couple on those road games that I would expect you should be able to go win. But thinking you're going to do it is not doing it. And so even on Saturday with A&M, that's been a hard. Musselman did not do well at College Station. He beat him at home, but he couldn't beat him down there. I think he ended up going 1-4 down there. So that won't be an easy game on Saturday against A&M, who's going to want to grind it out, play slow, methodical. That's how they're going to want to play. Maybe that will suit us.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds on everything from NBA and college basketball to the NHL and UFC, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.